John, you got a chance to see a lot of the young talent in the system during return to play camp, and even got to meet Philip Tomasino and Carl Taylor with what he's been doing in Milwaukee. Looking forward, and how David's noted some changes could be made and bringing in some younger players. How does that affect you going into next season with training camp and get you excited about it and what you potentially could be doing with some younger, fresh talent with this team?
Yeah, Justin, it was, I think it was really good to have the opportunity to have Carl up here and just really get to know him better. But, I think the insights of a coach is really beneficial when you're talking about different players, particularly from the American League and then transitioning up to the National Hockey League. It's exciting. There's a historical draft record in Nashville of drafting good players and the development process of going through Milwaukee and then being NHL ready to be able to come in and make an impact. So you need to have it in the salary cap era. You need to be able to put some young guys on your team. And the thing that is most encouraging as the NHL coach is that you have guys that have won. They've been in a good environment. They understand what it takes. Their games have grown. Tolvanen's a guy that spent some time there. He's a guy that can score. His game has certainly matured. He's played multiple roles in Milwaukee. He's been, not just a power play player, but he's wound up killing penalties. And those are the things you want to see in your young prospects. That they're maturing, they're rounding out their game, and when they get to the National Hockey League level, they're not just on the team because they're young players. They have to help you win. And anytime you put a young player in a team or any player in a team, how is this player going to help us win? And I think Tolvanen's kind of right on that cusp, and we're going to give him a good opportunity. We're going to try to spend some time with him this summer or during the pause here before he comes back to training camp, and see if we can help him get to a good spot. Rem Pitlick was another guy. I thought he was pretty impressive in this training camp. Just he's got good hockey sense, good speed. He's got offensive instincts. He's another player that has some pretty high end talent, and it's going to be up to Rem and us to make the decision. Is he ready or is he not ready? Because you want to put the players on the team when they're going to be ready to make an impact, as I've said. And I would say, Philip Tomasino, he's a guy that he's come in. He's a highly talented player, very driven, very mature for his age, which is important. I had the opportunity in New Jersey to work with some young players. Some were mature and ready to play right away. Some weren't. And I think, Tomasino's a guy who's got a high motor, high engine, loves the game, loves the things that surround the game, which is important for a young player if they're going to play in the National Hockey League. How you practice, how you take care of yourself, meetings. It's a very demanding league to play in, so it's encouraging from that standpoint. And I'd say when you look at Carrier and Davies, they're both talented players, smart players. They can skate, they can move the puck, and it's gonna come down to who's the most ready. And I think one of the big things is when you have some new players coming into your lineup, you need to have internal competition. You need to have players come into training camp if there's a spot or two open. If there's playing time that's going to be there, you have your normal guys that are going to be on the team. You can't have complacency. You got to have guys pushing for spots, guys looking to keep their job, guys looking to take jobs. Those are all things that we're going to have some discussions with our group well prior to training camp. That this training camp in the fall is going to be different than the return to play. It's going to be not let's come back and try to get chemistry. Let's get back. Let's compete. Let's see who's going to win jobs, who's in the best shape, and let's put the most competitive hockey team that we can have on the ice after training camp.